Good afternoon, my dear students. Now we are going to discuss electron transport system in respiration. Here, ETS of respiration accounts for oxidative phosphorylation. So, in our textbook, two electron transport systems given. One in the case of photosynthesis, that is a non-cyclic and cyclic electron transport system that accounts for photophosphorylation. And here it is a ETS that accounts for oxidative phosphorylation, OP. So what about a mechanism of oxidation of reduced coenzymes? So ETS, electron transport system that accounts for oxidative phosphorylation according to Peter Mitchell's chemiosmotic mechanism. Okay, right? So before moving into mechanism of electron transport system, a brief note about the number of reduced coenzymes produced out of one glucose molecule is mandatory. Okay. So here, what is the objective of this electron transport system? Oxidation of NADH and FADH, please mute, to produce or synthesize ATP molecule in the presence of oxygen. Okay, so we should know what about the number of NADH and FADH. So out of one glucose molecule, completely oxidized, one glucose molecule. Okay. So total number of reduced coenzymes, 12 reduced coenzymes. I'll give you differently. Wait. Complete oxidation. Listen this one carefully. I will explain. I plan to explain slowly because this is the most important one and most critical one. Complete oxidation. So total number of oxidations also I'm writing here, 6 oxidations. 6 oxidations or 6 dehydrogenations. Okay, they account for formation of how many reduced coenzymes? 12 molecules of reduced coenzymes. What about all colors? All are visible clearly? If any color is not visible, I will change it. Please tell me. 12 reduced coenzymes. Okay, out of 12, 10 are NADH and 2 are FADH. Okay, so out of 10, 2 molecules of NADH from glycolysis. They are also called as cytosolic NADH. Two molecules of NADH link reaction. This analysis is mandated. Okay. Next. Remaining how many? 6 molecules of NADH from TCA cycle. 2 turns per turn, 3 NADH and 2 FADH from TCA cycle, 2 turns. Okay, so this information is made. So go back to what about the importance of, what about the role of ETS? Oxidation of 10 molecules of NADH, 2 molecules of FADH in the presence of oxygen to synthesize ATP molecule. So in the presence of oxygen, hence the name oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, so according to textbook, even though it is aerobic respiration, the involvement of oxygen is coming into the picture at the time of electron transport system was given. Actually, total number of oxygen molecules consumed, 7. Out of 7, 1 is consumed during glycolysis, dehydration reaction. That 1 oxygen molecule is not involved here. And they are not considering that oxygen molecule while preparing complete mechanism of aerobic equation. They are taking 6O2 molecules only to cause oxidation of 12 reduced coenzymes. Okay, right? Now, before moving into mechanism of oxidation of NADH and FADH, what about the components present in electron transport system? Okay, right? Now I'm erasing the board. Right? Please take the screenshot. How many joined? Okay. Right? Please mute. Please mute. Please mute. Please mute. And what about occurrence of ETS for oxidative phosphorylation? If it is a eukaryote, that electron transport system is within crusty region of inner mitochondrial membrane. If it is eukaryote, if it is a prokaryote, ETS is within lateral mesosome. So here we are going to discuss ETS within mitochondrial crusty region. So this is a longitudinal section of mitochondrial inner membrane at the crusty region. Okay. So this is a intermembrane space. And this one is a mitochondrial matrix. And this one is a crusty, mitochondrial crusty. First component. Okay. So first component is concerned with oxidation of NADH. So that is a gateway for oxidation of NADH. That is a complex 1. Okay, so this is a complex 1. Complex 1. In this complex, the enzyme is, what is the type of enzyme present here? The enzyme is a NADH dehydrogenase. So this enzyme is concerned with oxidation of NADH. Okay, and this enzyme is a holo enzyme. And what about the prosthetic group of this enzyme? So this enzyme is with a prosthetic group, that is FMN, flavin mononucleotide, and with a certain number of iron sulfur centers. Okay, so what about the role of this one? Oxidation of NADH and transfer of electrons to next electron acceptor. Okay, so what is a next electron acceptor? Ubiquinone. Here I'm taking UQ. Ubiquinone. Okay, so ubiquinone is present between complex 1 and complex 3 given here. Okay, right? So what about the flow of electrons? For example, take 2 electrons. And I will give you a mechanism. Let's just see the flow of electrons. And these 2 electrons are coming from oxidation of NADH. Okay, right? 2 electrons accepted by this one, iron sulfur center. Next, 2 electrons accepted by this one. Initially, we'll focus on moment of electrons. After that, what about the translocation of hydrogen atoms? We will see that one. Not now, after completion of this one. Ubiquinone. So that is reduced and immediately oxidized. So ubiquinone H to immediately oxidized. Now, 2 electrons are accepted by next complex. What is that complex? Next complex. Third complex. The third complex is cytochrome complex. Okay, so complex 3. So what is the role of ubiquinone? Transfer of electrons from complex 1 to complex 3. Okay, so what are the components here? Cytochrome, B. Okay, next, certain number of iron sulfur centers. Next, cytochrome Cu. Cytochrome B, iron sulfur center, cytochrome C. Okay, so flow of electrons. 2 electrons accepted by, okay, right? Reduced, immediately oxidized. Okay, through iron sulfur centers, reduced, oxidized, reduced, oxidized. Do like that. Okay, so next one, from this complex, next one is cytochrome C, mobile electron carrier between complex 3 and complex 4. We'll see complex 2 later. Okay, right? I'll come back to that one. So next complex is fourth complex. Here I'm taking fourth complex. Fourth complex. Simple I'm taking. So dummy diagram only. Okay, so cytochrome C, mobile electron carrier. Now electrons are accepted by fourth complex. Complex 4. And what are the electron carriers? Copper containing protein A. Okay. Next, cytochrome A. Next, cytochrome A3. Next, copper containing protein B. Okay. So electrons are accepted by how many electrons available? 2 electrons accepted by half O2. Okay, right? So electrons coming from NADH reached oxygen atom. Okay, is it clear? Right? So there is about a flow of electrons. Please remember flow of electrons. Is it clear? Next, here one more complex is given. If NADH is oxidized, what are the complexes involved? Complex 1 involved, 3 involved, 4 involved. Next, mobile electron carriers. In your textbook, they didn't consider this one as a mobile electron carrier. Actually, this is also mobile electron carrier. But strictly according to NCERT textbook, cytochrome C is a mobile electron carrier. And what about the location of this one? Located, attached to membrane, facing the intermembrane space. Okay, right? Now, take a second complex. It looks like archegonium, dummy diagram. This is not real diagram. Dummy one only. All these are boxes are dummy only. So second complex. Second complex. Okay, so given enzyme is actually in your text it was given like this. Succinate means succinic acid. SCA I'm taking succinic acid to fumaric acid. And enzyme required is a succinic dehydrogenase. Dehydrogenase. Here, prosthetic group is here it is FMN, here it is FAD, flavin mononucleotide, flavin adenine dinucleotide. Okay, right? Next, iron sulfur centers. FES. What about the flow of electrons? If FADH2, here FADH2 is produced, I will use separately, don't worry. If FADH2 is oxidized, 2 electrons. What about the flow of electrons? 2 electrons. 2 electrons. In your textbook, ubiquinone, ubiquinone, 2 electrons accepted by that reduced, okay, and oxidized electrons accepted by this one. Okay, right? So electron transport system completed. ETS completed. That accounts for oxidative phosphorylation. So last complex required is, that is well known to you. This complex is common for both. ATP synthase complex. So F0, and this one I'm taking like this. F1, that is with the ATP synthase enzyme. Okay, is it clear? Right? So these are the components required for oxidation of NADH and FADH2. Okay, is it clear? So you should memorize all these things. So here, during transportation of electrons, protons are translocated. Don't forget that according to chemiosmosis, membrane required, proton concentration gradient required, ATP synthase complex required, and a breaking of a proton concentration gradient required. Okay, is it clear? So now we are going to study oxidation of FA NADH. What about the total number of NADH available? 10 molecules. Okay, so ETS that accounts for oxidation of, here I'm taking oxidation of NADH. Okay, so simply remove this one, remove it. So this one is not involved. Complex 2 is not required for oxidation of NADH. Okay, remove it. Otherwise, it leads to confusion. Okay, right? Simply now take a 1 molecule of NADH. Okay, so from the oxidation of 1 molecule of NADH, 2 electrons. Okay, they are passing through FMN, reduced oxidized, reduced oxidized, reduced oxidized. Go like that. Okay, so here how many electrons? 2 electrons. 1 electron, 2H plus. 1 electron, 2H plus. So total number of electrons 2. 2 into 2, 4H plus. For 1 electron, each time 1 FMN. FMN is able to accept 1 electron, 2H plus. So how many electrons are available? 2. So during oxidation of this one, what about the total number of H plus translocated from matrix to lumen is 4H plus. Simply follow this ratio. 1 electron, 2H plus. Second electron, 2H plus. In textbook, 4H plus given. 1:2 ratio. Okay, right? During the movement of electrons, protons are withdrawn from the matrix and added to intermembrane space. Purpose to create concentration gradient between mitochondrial matrix and intermembrane space. Okay, that is required for chemiosmosis according to Peter Mitchell. Okay, right? So now electrons are passing through. Already electron flow completed. And here, what about the number of H plus? Through this one, how many H plus? Here also take 4H plus. 4H plus. Okay. Through complex 1, 4H plus. Through ubiquinone here, 4H plus. Proton translocating center 1 and 2 from matrix to intermembrane space. Okay. So while 2 electrons are transferred to cytochrome complex, 4 protons are released into intermembrane space. Now electrons are passing through like this, same. Okay. And here, what about the total number of protons, H plus translocated? Here also 4, but ultimately, how many are added here? Go for 2H plus only. Actually, 4H plus out of 4, 2 are consumed here. 2H plus half O2, 2 electrons, 1 H2O molecule. Okay. So what about the total number of H plus available? 4 plus 4 plus 2. So total availability, take total availability. Please mute. 4H plus 4 plus 2. How many available? So total number of H plus available, 10 available. Okay, so now according to Peter Mitchell's chemiosmotic mechanism, follow this one only. Out of 10, how many are involved? Very, very important. Out of 10, only 6H plus passing through this one. ATP synthase complex is well known to you. Okay, 6H plus divided by 2H plus accounts for how many ATP molecules? 3 ATP molecules. Okay, 3 ATP molecules. Okay, is it clear? Moreover, in your textbook, if this one is ATP synthase complex, here I'm taking membrane, okay, F0, F1. If 2H plus are transported through F0 and F1, what about the number of ATP molecules produced? One ATP molecule given or not? Take that one as the standard. ADP plus one molecule of an organic phosphate. Okay. So 6 protons. So 6 means 2 plus 2 plus 2. You can divide like this. 2H plus 2H plus, to understand the concept. 2H plus. This one accounts for 1 ATP. This one accounts for 1 ATP. This one accounts for 1 ATP. Out of 10H plus, how many involved? 6 only. And what about the fate of remaining 4? They are retained here to maintain concentration gradient between matrix and intermembrane space to synthesize ATP molecule continuously. Okay, is it clear? So what about the total number of NADH available? 10 NADH. Okay, so 10 into 3, 30 ATP molecules. Go for this one only. Reason in your textbook, clearly they mentioned out of one NADH molecule, what about the total number of ATP molecules produced? 3 given or not? Take that one. Of course, glycerol phosphate shuttle system, malate, aspartate shuttle systems are there, but they didn't explain in our textbook. Simply, one NADH accounts for formation of how many ATP molecules? Go for that one only. Okay, right? Is it clear? Take the screenshot. Any objection, you can respond. You can speak. You can unmute and speak to me because I can't see your messages. Okay. Any objection? Any doubt? Hello. Please respond. Any doubt? Anybody, please respond.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm arranging the board. Okay. Right. So I'm going to arrange this one because to understand the concept. Wait. Complex oxidation of NADH completed. Now oxidation of FADH. So complex 1 is not involved. So remove this one from the picture. As it is your textbook picture. Remove this one simply. Okay, right? Now, yes, complex 2. Take this one. Okay, so this one is with F, A, D, iron, sulfur center. Okay, so here given one is succinic acid to fumaric acid. Take one molecule of FADH. How many electrons from the oxidation of that one? 2 electrons. Okay, so take flow of electrons. Okay, so here ubiquinone reduced ubiquinone H2 oxidized. Here it is clearly given in your textbook. Okay. Now, two electrons accepted by cytochrome B, iron sulfur center, cytochrome C1, cytochrome C, mobile electron carrier, same. Okay, right? So here, what about the number of protons translocated through quinone cycle in association with cytochrome complex? Here 4H plus, 4H plus. Okay, right? Next, what about the number of NADH available? 4 plus 2. How many available? 6H plus. Out of 6, how many involved here? Simply change it. How many involved? 2 plus 2, 4 involved. 4H plus only involved. Okay, now change it. How many involved? 4H plus by 2H plus. How many ATP? 2 ATP molecules. Okay, right? How many NADH? 2 molecules, sorry, 2 molecules of FADH into 2 molecules. How many? 2 into 2, 4 ATP molecules. Simple. So this is the way to avoid a confusion while reading ETS of respiration. Okay. So now, if one glucose molecule is completely oxidized, this is one glucose molecule. Okay. I'm taking here one glucose molecule. So ATP formation is in two ways. What are they? One is SLP. SLP. How many SLPs? 3 SLPs. 3 into 2. How many? 6 ATP molecules. Okay. Next to OP, oxidative phosphorylation. From oxidative phosphorylation, what about the number of ATP molecules? So 10 into 3, already told you, ATP molecules of out of NADH. 30 ATP molecules from NADH. From oxidation of 10 molecules of NADH plus 2 molecules of FADH into 2 into 2, 4 ATP molecules. So by means of OP, what about the number of ATP molecules produced? How many? 34. Plus, what about the number of ATP molecules produced by SLPs? How many? 6 ATP molecules. Together, how many? 40 ATP molecules. Okay. So total is 40. Net production, net ATP is 40 minus 2 consumed is 38 ATP. Okay. Is it clear? So that is about oxidative phosphorylation. Okay. Is it clear? Now I'm erasing the board. I will give you one shortcut to memorize, to remember balance sheet and energetics of aerobic respiration. Okay. Is it clear? Now I'm erasing the board. Right. Now, what about a shortcut for energetics of aerobic respiration or balance sheet? Okay. So take one glucose molecule. Two molecules of pyruvic acid. Okay. One ATP molecules consumed means endergonic reaction. Okay. Next. One more ATP molecules consumed endergonic reaction. Okay. Next. Two molecules of NADH. 2 into 3 I'm taking according to NCERT. If it is a Telugu Academy textbook, go for 2 ATP molecules. So how many here? 6 molecules of ATP by OP I'm writing. Oxidative phosphorylation. Okay. Next. SLP1. SLP2. Okay, so from this one, how many ATP molecules? 2 ATP molecules. 2 ATP molecules. Okay, next. So this part is glycolysis. 1. Glycolysis. Is it visible? Any objection? Okay. Next. Link reaction. Wait. Exergonic. 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 Okay. Next. 2 molecules of NADH into 3 ATP molecules. 6 ATP molecules, exergonic reaction. Remember, what about the total number of exergonic reactions, and link that one with during introduction part, the given statement is respiration takes place in a stepwise manner, whereby enabling the system to capture energy in the form of ATP molecule. Stepwise or not? Is it taking place at a time? No. So 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, so this one is a link reaction or oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. Link reaction, oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. Okay, so the main one, most important one. Next one is very, very important. Okay, maximum part of energy is coming from TCSLQ. Okay, so here I'm taking 2 molecules of NADH into 3 ATP molecules, 6 ATP by means of oxidative phosphorylation. Next, here also take 2 molecules of NADH into 3 ATP molecules, 6 ATP. Okay, exergonic reaction. Okay, so wait, exergonic reaction. Next, SLP, third one, third SLP. Okay, so accounts for that is 1 into 2, 2 molecules of ATP, exergonic. Okay, next, 2 molecules of FADH into 2 molecules of ATP gives rise 4 ATP molecule, exergonic. Next, actually here, oh, no problem, but okay, here I'm giving 2 molecules of NADH into 3 ATP molecule, 6 ATP molecule, OP based exergonic reaction. Okay, so this is a TCA cycle. Okay, so use this shortcut. Is it clear? Are you in sleeping mode or listening mode? Right? Is it clear? Any objection? So that is about a balance sheet of aerobic respiration. Wait. Take the screenshot. Don't take exit, please stay. Okay, now I am erasing the board. Wait. So take one molecule of oxidation of one molecule of NADH. One molecule of NADH plus half O2. Okay, plus 3 molecules of ADP plus 3 molecules of inorganic phosphate gives rise 1 molecule of H2O plus 1 molecule of NAD oxidized form plus 3 ATP molecules. Okay, so what about the fate of NADH here? Oxidation. And what about oxygen reduced? Okay, remember that one. So apply this one for all 10 NADH. So 10 molecules of NADH needs how many oxygen atoms? Okay, needs oxygen atoms. Needs how many oxygen atoms? 10 oxygen molecules. Okay, so needs 10 oxygen atoms or 5 O2 molecules. Okay, next 2FADH. Here I'm taking. Wait. 1 molecule of FADH plus half O2 plus 2 molecules of ADP plus 2 molecules of inorganic phosphate gives rise 1 molecule of H2O plus 1 molecule of FAD plus 2 molecules of ATP. So this one oxidized for oxidative phosphorylation. This one reduced. Okay, so here also 2FADH molecules needs Okay, one oxygen molecule or two oxygen atoms. Okay. So what about the total number of reduced coenzymes? Reduced coenzymes. How many molecules? 12 molecules. 12 molecules. Need how many oxygen molecules? Need 6 oxygen molecules for oxidation. Notice this. Okay, right? Any objection? Is it clear? Please copy it. Take it. What happened? Lagging. What is that lagging? Please speak to me, please. What is that lagging? Okay, my dear friends, today enough. I think maximum doubts possible out of ETS completed. Okay, any objection? Is it clear? Today enough, and we will meet tomorrow to discuss remaining part of respiration. Okay. Yes, in revision time. This is revision time. This is revision time, not the regular time. Okay. Reason some people asked a complete explanation of photosynthesis and respiration. So that's why I'm explaining each and every statement. Listen and read yourself. This week's syllabus 5 chapters. Okay, you have to read all these chapters, right? Or tell me the area or tough area. I will explain that part. Okay, 1 minute, hang on.